Hi everybody, this is Angie from Tourangie.com, and today I'm making about a 10-minute video. Obviously, this is 460. I will be taking a right and heading to downtown Bluefield to go up the Federal Street and Bland Street area to show you the beginning of the teardown of some of the buildings in Bluefield. I will be making a little turn up Ramsey Street just so I can turn around and get a better view of the building that's being torn down. This actually was recorded February 28th, and I have been under the weather, so I have not been able, this is like the first day that I've been able to talk somewhat normal. So that is why there's been a huge delay in this video getting out here. So I'm sure that if you're in Bluefield right now, there's been more work in tearing down the buildings. But anywho, this is the best I could do. And for those of you who do not live in the area and wanted to see what was going on, here was a good chance for you. So I wanted to get this out as soon as possible. And I'm glad now my voice is allowing me to do that. So we're going to talk about a few things before we get into the Bluefield actual, tear down area. If you're wanting to fast forward to that, that's fine. 8 minutes, 12 seconds, you'll see a good view of that. If you're wanting to start the view of just the downtown area, that's 6 minutes, and at 6 minutes and 12 seconds or something. That will skip all of my typical yapping that I do on my videos. So anywho, let's get started and talk about something about Bluefield. Alright, so I'm going to talk about the origin of Mercer County. A lot of you realize and know that Mercer County is part of West Virginia, but before that it was part of Virginia, and it came from two separate counties, Tazewell and Giles County. But before that, part of Tazewell County came from Wythe County. So Wythe County gave Tazewell a section, and then Tazewell County ended up giving it and making it Mercer County. It was that whole section. Anywho, there have been 3 boundary lines or boundary line changes that have happened. A small portion of south of Bluefield was added to Tazewell County, and then a small portion of Mercer County near the mouth of the East River was added to Giles County in 1841. And a section of the eastern side of Mercer County went to form part of Summers County in 1871. Alright, we'll stop for a second talking about this county. Did you see that? They're still working on the road there in front of Goins's. There's been a ton of work going on there for years, it seems like, so I don't know. Also, up ahead, you're going to notice that the road looks like it's caving in another section, and I did not notice this until the other day when I was driving here. So hopefully I can point it out in this section. Maybe it has before and I've just not been around or driving this road to have realized it, and it's just they've fixed it in the past. Maybe I just don't remember. But it's right up here on the right. Let's see if I can point it out from this video. As you can tell, I'm going in and re-editing my voice in. So let's see. It's getting close. Right, I think it was right there. Right there it was. It's just very slight leaning towards the right there. I don't know if something's going on there, or if something they've worked on in the past and I just wasn't aware of. Okay, anyway, well, let's get back to talk about the origins of Mercer County. So think back in the day before the United States was even the United States. I'm talking like the 1600s. 1634 to 1643, this area, Mercer County, was part of a huge area called the Charles River Shrine. 1634, Charles City. 1654, it was part of an area called New Kent. 1691, it was part of something called the King and Queen. 1701, King William. 1720, Spotsylvania, which is an actually pretty common name towards the eastern Virginia. So this is telling how large of an area this this area was considered back in the day. This was part of the large area of Virginia. Okay, in 1734, this area was part of the county called Orange. 1738, Augusta. 1769, Botetourt. 1772, Fincastle. 1776, Montgomery. Then 1790, Wythe. Then 1799, part of Tazewell County. 1806, part of Giles. And finally, in 1837, Mercer County became Mercer County. So there's been a lot of names and name changes over the years as more people and more settlers moved west. Okay, so now we're here in the downtown Bluefield area. You'll be able to look over here on the left and see them tearing down the building. I'm coming here during the early morning, so the sun's kind of bright. Not getting a good shot, but you can see some of the road work right there blocked off. Can't really see it too well. So what I'm doing is I'm turning right here, Ramsey. There's a good shot of the Arts and Crafts Center, and then Ramsey School right beside it. I'm going to turn around in this parking lot right here and come back down the street to show you a better view. So since I have a little bit of information about Ramsey School, I'll talk about it. I did not realize this, but the school officially closed in the year 2000, and it sat vacant for a while. Then Gary Bowling's House of Art, which is a nonprofit, took over. Anywho, I did not realize this, but Ripley's Believe It or Not featured the Ramsey School several years ago because it has ground floor entrances on 7 different levels. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Anywho, there's just a little bit of information since we were right there at Ramsey. But I've pulled at an angle so you can see the start of the teardown of the buildings. I'm glad there's no traffic coming down this road or not blocking any traffic. So you got to see a good chunk there that they've tore into that first building. That whole block will be gone shortly, I guess. But anywho, I'll be over the next month, my next trip up, I'll come up and do another video to show you progress that's made. Who knows? I have no idea on timeline. I don't pay too close attention to how long things are going to take. So we'll see what it looks like towards the end of March when I come up here and I'll put the video up. Sorry I didn't get this video up when I took it on February 29th. It's just I've had some really bad sinus issues, so it took me a bit to recover so you could actually hear my voice and I'm not coughing like crazy. Anywho, at least now you could see the downtown area, and yes, as someone has pointed out to me in the past, I did remember to stop at the stop sign. Now let's hope I stop at the other ones on the way too. So this is Angie from Tourangie.com. Come to my website, read my blogs, make appointments so I can help you plan your next travel adventure. And I hope you've enjoyed this little quick look of downtown Bluefield, where they're tearing down the buildings, and just my typical drive as I'm driving through. And you've learned a little bit about the origin of Mercer County. Talk to you all later.